I was on my couch working on a logo design when my phone buzzed. A notification. Group chat. I glanced at the screen. Linda added you to family without Sarah. My heart stopped. Family without Sarah. My name, my family. A group chat specifically named for planning things without me. I opened it. Messages loaded. Dozens of them. Going back weeks. Mom, Linda. Okay everyone. Since Sarah's not coming again this year, let's plan Christmas properly. Rebecca. What time works for you and the kids? Becca. Perfect. Noon is great, so much easier without the drama. The kids are so excited for a real family Christmas this year. Trevor agreed. She always makes everything about her anyway. Honestly, we're better off. Mom, Linda, I just wish she'd grow up. 32 years old and still acting like a victim. I've done everything for that girl. My hands started shaking. I scrolled up. More messages. From days ago. Weeks ago. Becca, remember last Christmas? She sulked the entire time because Mom asked when she was getting married. Like, grow up. We're all just trying to have a nice holiday. Trevor, she's exhausting. I don't know how you deal with her. Mom, Kimberly and I were saying we're glad she's probably not coming. Mom, Linda, she chose not to come to Thanksgiving. She chose her little freelance projects over family. This is just consequences. They'd been planning this for weeks, discussing me, deciding to exclude me, celebrating my absence. And someone, probably my mother, had accidentally added me to the group chat where they'd been tearing me apart. Before I tell you what those messages said, what my own family said about me when they thought I couldn't see, I need you to understand something. I'm the youngest of 3. I've spent 32 years trying to be good enough for them. Good enough for my mother's approval. Good enough to be included. Good enough to matter. And in one accidental group chat edition, I saw the truth. They didn't just exclude me from Christmas. They'd been planning it for weeks. Celebrating my absence. And calling it a real family Christmas. If this story sounds familiar, if you've ever been the scapegoat, the black sheep, the one your family wishes would just disappear, please subscribe. Because what I did next changed everything. Let me back up. Explain who these people are. How I got to this moment on my couch, reading my family's group chat about how much better their lives are without me. My name is Sarah Brennan. I'm 32. I'm a graphic designer. Freelance. I live in Portland, Oregon with my best friend and roommate, Jade. I'm the youngest of 3 kids. My older sister Rebecca. Everyone calls her Becca's 36. Married to Ryan, 2 kids. Lives in the suburbs. Perfect house. Perfect life. My mother's favorite. My older brother Trevor is 34. Lawyer. Married to Kimberly. No kids yet, but they're trying. Successful. Stable. Everything my mother wanted in a son. And then there's me. Unmarried at 32. No kids. Freelance career my mother calls unstable and not a real job. Living with a roommate instead of owning a house. The disappointment. The problem. The one who never quite measures up. My father, Dennis, is 60. Quiet. Passive. He loves me, I think, but he never defends me. Never stands up to my mother. Just says things like, you know how she is, and try to keep the peace. My mother, Linda, is 50, and she's the reason I've spent my entire life feeling like I'm not enough. Like everything I do is wrong. Like I'm an obligation instead of a daughter. She's what my therapist calls a narcissist. Though I only started therapy 2 months ago. After I skipped Thanksgiving. That's what started this. Thanksgiving. I didn't go this year. Told my family I had a work deadline. A big client. Couldn't make it. It was a lie. I could have made it. But I couldn't handle another holiday of criticism. Another dinner where my mother asked when I was getting married. Where Becca talked about her perfect children and her perfect house. Where Trevor discussed his latest case and his salary and his investments. Where I sat quietly. Trying not to exist too loudly. Trying not to give them reasons to criticize me. And failing anyway. So I stayed home, ordered Chinese food, worked on actual projects, and felt guilty the entire time. My mother's response was a text. Fine. We'll have a real Thanksgiving with people who actually care about family. I didn't respond, didn't know how, didn't want to start a fight. Jade said I should have told them the truth. That I couldn't handle their treatment anymore. That I needed space. They're toxic, Sarah. You need to stop trying. They'll never appreciate you. They'll never see you. They're my family. I can't just give up on them. Why not? They gave up on you years ago. I didn't believe her. Didn't want to believe her. Because if she was right, if my family didn't actually love me, didn't actually want me, what did that say about me? So I kept trying. Called my mother twice a week. Sent birthday gifts. Showed up for my niece and nephew's school events. Did everything I could to prove I was worthy. That I cared. That I belonged. And apparently, while I was doing that, they were planning Christmas without me. I scrolled through more messages. My stomach turning. My chest tight. Mom, Linda. Sarah's probably going to bail again anyway. Let's just plan without her. Make it special for the people who actually show up. Becca, thank God. Last year she completely ruined everything with her poor me attitude. The kids don't even ask about her anymore. Trevor, she's always the victim. Everything is always happening to her. Never takes responsibility. Mom, you should just tell her not to come. Save us all the drama. Mom, Linda, I can't do that. She cry and make me feel guilty. It's easier if we just don't invite her. Plan around her, she'll figure it out. Dad, Dennis, that seems a bit harsh. Linda, Mom, Linda. Dennis, she chose not to come to Thanksgiving. She chooses her career over family. These are consequences. If she wants to be included, she needs to show up and stop being so difficult. I read that message 3 times. She chose. Like I chose to be excluded. Like I chose to be criticized every time I showed up. Like I chose to be the problem. There were more messages. Dozens more. Going back weeks. Discussing Christmas dinner. Who would host? What time? What to cook? My niece and nephew's gifts. Everything. A full family Christmas. Without me. And not once, not a single time did anyone say, should we invite Sarah? Or maybe we should include her, or I feel bad about this. They were celebrating. Relieved. Happy I wouldn't be there. The group chat name wasn't an accident. Family without Sarah. That was intentional. That was how they saw Christmas. Better without me. My phone buzzed. Jade coming out of her room. Sarah, you okay? You've been quiet for like an hour and oh my God. What's wrong? I handed her my phone. Couldn't speak. Just showed her. She read, scrolled. Her face went from confused to horrified to furious. Sarah. This is thorough, my God. This is abuse. This is actual abuse. It's just their venting. Families vent. Families vent. Sarah. They created a group chat called Family Without Sarah. They've been planning Christmas without you for weeks. They're calling you dramatic. A victim. Saying Christmas is better without you. This isn't venting. This is cruelty. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am dramatic. Maybe I do ruin things. I skipped Thanksgiving. I don't call as much as I should. Maybe stop. Stop it right now. Listen to yourself. You're blaming yourself for THEIR behavior. That's what they've trained you to do. For your entire life. Make you think everything is your fault. That you're the problem. You're not. They are. I wanted to believe her. But 32 years of being told you're not enough doesn't disappear because your best friend says it's not true. What do I do? First, you screenshot everything. Every single message. Because I guarantee when they realize you're in this chat, they're going to delete everything and gaslight you into thinking it didn't happen. She was right. I started every message, every cruel comment, every plan made without me. Evidence. What then? Then you decide. Do you confront them? Do you cut them off? Do you keep trying to win love from people who clearly don't want to give it? It's your choice. But Sarah, please see this for what it is. They're not good people. They're not good to you. And you deserve better. I kept scrolling. Found more. Messages from months ago. Becca, why is Sarah still single at 32? It's honestly embarrassing. Mom, did you raise her wrong or what? Mom, Linda, I did everything I could. Some people just don't want to grow up. She's still playing pretend artist with her little design projects. Meanwhile, you and Trevor have real lives. Trevor, at least we don't have to pretend her career is impressive anymore. Remember when she tried to tell us about some logo she designed? Like anyone cares. They'd been doing this for months, maybe years, mocking me, dismissing me, planning things without me. And I never knew, never suspected. Just kept trying, kept showing up, kept hoping they'd see me, love me, include me. I put my phone down, stared at nothing. They hate me. My own family hates me. No, honey, they don't hate you. That would require them to actually see you as a person. They see you as a punching bag, a scapegoat, someone to blame, someone to exclude so they can feel superior. That's not hate. That's abuse. My phone rang. I jumped, looked at the screen. Connor, my ex-boyfriend from college. We'd reconnected a few months ago. Just friends, casual texts. Catching up. Answer it. Jade said, "You need to talk to someone who actually cares about you." I answered, "Hey, I know this is random, but I had this weird feeling you might need to talk. Everything okay?" I broke down. Told him everything. The group chat, the messages, the years of feeling like I wasn't enough. He listened. Didn't interrupt. Didn't tell me I was overreacting. Just listened. "Sarah, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I'm so sorry. They're right though. I am dramatic. I do make everything about me. Maybe I know. Stop. I knew you in college. You were kind, thoughtful. You bent over backward for everyone. You still do. That's not being dramatic. That's being hurt. And you have every right to be hurt. What they're doing, what they said. That's not okay. That's not normal. And you don't deserve it," I cried. Jade sat next to me. Connor stayed on the phone. And for the first time in years, I felt seen. Not by my family, by the people I'd chosen. The people who'd chosen me back. I sat on my couch reading those messages over and over. My mother saying I chose not to come to Thanksgiving like it was abandonment. My sister saying I ruined everything. My brother calling me exhausting. And all of them, every single one, agreeing that Christmas would be better without me. That I was the problem, the drama, the thing to exclude. And the worst part, a tiny voice in my head agreed with them. 32 years of being told you're not enough, does that makes you believe you're the reason your own family doesn't want you? But another voice, smaller, angrier, was starting to whisper something different. What if they were wrong? What if I wasn't the problem? What if they were? I didn't sleep that night, couldn't. Just kept scrolling through the group chat, reading every message, every word, every cruel comment they'd made when they thought I couldn't see. Jade had gone to bed at midnight, told me to stop reading, to get some rest, to deal with it in the morning. But I couldn't stop. Had to know, had to see how deep this went, how long they'd been doing this. At 2 a.m., I found another group chat, in the list right below Family Without Sarah. Turkey Without Sarah. I clicked it. Messages from November. Thanksgiving planning. Same people, same dynamic. Mom, Linda. Since Sarah's bailing again, let's make this Thanksgiving special. Just us, the people who actually care. Becca, perfect. Honestly, it's so much more relaxing without her energy. The kids have more fun when she's not there moping. Trevor, agreed. Last year she barely talked to anyone. Just sat there judging us. Good riddance. They'd made a group chat for Thanksgiving, called it Turkey Without Sarah, planned the entire holiday around my absence, and celebrated it. I kept scrolling, found another, just the real family, Easter, April, 8 months ago. Mom, Linda, Easter brunch at our house. Noon, Sarah said she might not make it because of work, so let's plan without her. I'm tired of accommodating her schedule. Becca, thank God, she always shows up late anyway, and acts like we should be grateful. I'll bring the kids early. We can do the egg hunt without waiting for her. Trevor, she probably won't come anyway. She never does. Always has some excuse, some project, some client. Like her little hobby is more important than family. I'd gone to Easter, Showed up at noon like my mother had told me. And they'd already done the egg hunt. Already eaten. Already taken family photos. Without me. Sorry, honey, my mother had said. We thought you weren't coming. You said you might not make it. I'd said I might be late. Not that I wasn't coming. But they'd used it as an excuse. Planned without me. Started without me. And acted like it was my fault for being unreliable. I scrolled further back. More group chats. Summer BBQ core family. Mom's birthday no Sarah drama. Trevor's promotion dinner. Months of planning. Months of gatherings. And I hadn't been told about any of them. Sometimes they'd invite me last minute. Oh, we're having dinner tonight. Can you make it? Knowing I had work. Knowing I'd say no. So they could tell themselves they'd included me. I'd chosen not to come. But most times, they just didn't tell me. Didn't invite me. Let me find out later through social media. Photos of family gatherings I didn't know about. Captions like perfect day with the family. I'd always assumed I'd missed the invitation somehow. That I'd been busy and hadn't seen the message. That it was my fault for not being more available. But they'd never invited me. These group chats proved it. They deliberately excluded me. Planned around me. Celebrated my absence. I found messages from July. A group chat called Beach House Weekend. Double quotes Mom Linda. I booked the beach house for Labor Day weekend. Just the 6 of us. Rebecca's family, Trevor's family, and us. Let's keep this quiet. I don't want Sarah inviting herself and ruining it. Becca, good call. She always makes beach trips about her. Remember when she got sunburned and complained the whole time? So annoying. Trevor, she probably can't afford it anyway. Freelance life, lol. Mom, Linda, I just want one weekend where we can relax without walking on eggshells, without her victim routine, without her poor me. I'm the youngest and nobody understands me. Energy. I'd asked my mother that August if the family was doing anything for Labor Day. She'd said no. Just a quiet weekend at home. Why? She'd lied. To my face. So I wouldn't know they were going to the beach without me. The messages got worse, more specific, more cruel. Becca, did you see Sarah's Instagram? She posted a photo of her apartment. It's so sad. 32 and still renting with a roommate. Like, grow up, Trevor. At least she has a roommate. Otherwise, she'd be completely alone. No man wants to date someone that unstable. MOM Linda. I tried to set her up with Janet's son. Remember, he's a nice accountant, stable. But Sarah said she wasn't interested in being set up. Translation. She's too picky. She'll end up alone. Becca. She's going to be that weird aunt the kids avoid. The one with cats and no life. I'm already preparing them for it. I read that message 3 times. My own sister. Preparing my niece and nephew to avoid me. To see me as the weird aunt. The embarrassing one. The one to pity. Trevor. What's she even doing with her life? Playing artist. Making logos for small businesses. That's not a career. That's a hobby. Mom, you should tell her to get a real job. Mom Linda, I've tried. She gets defensive. Says I don't support her. I support her. I just want her to be realistic. To have security. To grow up. Becca, she's never going to grow up. She's Peter Pan. 32 going on 16. It's embarrassing. They were mocking everything. My apartment, my career, my relationship status, my entire life, and laughing about it, bonding over it. I was their entertainment, their punching bag. The person they could criticize to feel better about themselves. At 5 a.m., Jade found me still on the couch, phone in hand, eyes red, exhausted. Sarah, did you sleep at all? No, I kept reading. There are more group chats, going back months. Jade, they've been doing this for years. Every holiday, every gathering, they plan it without me. Then either don't invite me or invite me last minute so they can say I chose not to come. She sat next to me, took my phone, looked at the messages. Her face hardened. This is systematic. This isn't just venting. They're coordinating to exclude you, to isolate you, to make you think you're the problem. Sarah, this is abuse. Deliberate, calculated abuse. I wasted years trying to be good enough. Showing up, sending gifts, calling, trying, and they were laughing at me the whole time, planning things without me, mocking me. I'm such an idiot. You're not an idiot. They're abusers. And they're good at it. That's what makes it so hard to see. They make you think you're the problem. That if you just tried harder, loved more, showed up better, they'd love you back. But Sarah, people like that will never love you back. Because they don't want to. They want a scapegoat, and you're it. What do I do? First, you sleep. 2 hours. Then you call your therapist. Emergency session. Today, because you need professional help processing this. And then you decide what you want to do. Confront them. Cut them off, whatever you need. But you can't make that decision on no sleep and emotional overload. I can't sleep. I need to, Sarah. Sleep please. I'll wake you at 7, I promise. But you need rest. Your brain needs rest. Please. I wanted to argue, but I was so tired, exhausted, hollowed out. I closed my eyes, fell asleep on the couch, Jade covering me with a blanket. I woke up at 7 to Jade shaking my shoulder gently. Hey, I called Dr. Ross's office. They had a cancellation. 11 a.m. Can you make it? Dr. Evelyn Ross, my therapist. I'd only seen her twice. Started going after I skipped Thanksgiving. Trying to figure out why I felt so guilty about taking space from my family. Yeah, I can make it good. And Sarah, don't text them yet. Don't confront them in the group chat. Not until you've talked to Dr. Ross. Not until you have a plan. Because the second you text them, they'll delete everything and gaslight you. Make you think you're crazy. We need a strategy. She was right. I wanted to text them. To screenshot the messages. Send them to the group. Say I saw everything. I know what you think of me. I know what you've been doing. But Jade was right. They'd just deny it. Delete the messages. Tell me I was overreacting. Misunderstanding. Being dramatic. Like always, at 11, I sat in Dr. Ross's office, showed her the screenshots, hundreds of them. Messages going back months. Group chats with cruel names. Plans made without me. Mockery. Exclusion. Deliberate isolation. She read them silently. Her expression neutral. Professional. When she finished, she looked at me. Sarah, what you're showing me is textbook narcissistic family dysfunction. Your mother is the narcissist. Rebecca and Trevor are what we call golden children. They can do no wrong. They're extensions of your mother's ego. And you're the scapegoat. The one who gets blamed for everything. The one who's never good enough. No matter what you do. But why? What did I do wrong? Nothing. That's the point. Scapegoats aren't chosen because they did something wrong. They're chosen because the narcissist needs someone to project their shame onto. Someone to blame. Someone to make them feel superior. It's not about you. It's about them. Their dysfunction. Their need for control. So I can't fix it. I can't make them love me. No, you can't. Because it was never about love. It was about control. About having someone to diminish so they could feel bigger. Sarah, these people, your family, they've spent your entire life conditioning you to believe you're not enough. That you're the problem. That if you just tried harder, they'd accept you. But that's a lie. They'll never accept you. Because accepting you would mean losing their scapegoat. And they need that more than they need you. I started crying. Because it was true. Everything she was saying. I'd always known it somewhere deep down. But hearing it said out loud, by someone with authority, someone objective, made it real. What do I do? That's up to you. Some people choose low contact. Some choose no contact. Some keep trying but with better boundaries. But Sarah, whatever you choose, you need to know this. You cannot change them. You cannot make them see you. You cannot earn their love. Because they're not capable of giving it. Not in a healthy way. So I just give up. Walk away from my family. You don't give up. You accept. You accept that they are who they are. That they've chosen this dynamic. And you decide whether you're willing to keep participating in your own abuse. Because that's what this is. Abuse. emotional abuse. And you deserve better. I left her office feeling lighter and heavier at the same time. Lighter because someone had validated what I'd always suspected. Heavier because it meant losing hope. Accepting that my family would never be what I needed them to be. My phone buzzed. Connor. Hey, just checking in. How are you doing? Did you get any sleep? Not really. I spent all night reading more messages. Connor, it's so much worse than I thought. They've been doing this for years. Every holiday, every gathering, they plan it without me and then act like I chose not to come. That's awful. I'm so sorry. Do you want company? I can come over. Bring food. Just sit with you. Whatever you need. Yeah, actually, that would be nice. He arrived an hour later. Thai food. My favorite. We sat on the couch. I showed him some of the messages. Not all. Couldn't handle reading all of them again. These people are terrible. Sarah, I'm sorry. I know they're your family, but they're terrible. I wasted so much time, years, trying to make them proud, trying to be good enough, and they were laughing at me the whole time, planning holidays without me, mocking my life, my career, everything. You didn't waste time. You loved them. That's not wasting time. That's being human. Being kind. They wasted their chance to know you, to appreciate you. That's on them, not you, I cried. He held me. Jade sat on my other side, and I realized something. This was family, not blood, not obligation, but people who showed up, who saw me, who loved me as I was, without conditions, without criticism. My phone buzzed again. Group chat notification. Family without Sarah. I looked. My mother had sent a message. Mom, Linda. Okay everyone. Final head count for Christmas. Becca's family, Trevor's family, us. Dinner at 2 p.m. I'll make the ham. Rebecca, you're bringing sides. Trevor, you're bringing wine. This is going to be our best Christmas yet. They were still planning. Still excluding me. Still celebrating my absence. And they had no idea I could see every word. I didn't respond to the group chat. Jade told me not to. Dr. Ross told me not to. Connor told me not to. And some part of me, the part that was finally starting to wake up, told me not to. Let them keep talking, Jade said. Let them plan their perfect Christmas without you. Document everything. And when you're ready, when you have a plan, then you respond. On your terms, not theirs. So I watched. Silent. Invisible. While they kept planning. Mom, Linda. I'm making the ham with pineapple glaze. Dennis is handling the appetizers. This is going to be perfect. Becca. The kids made ornaments at school. I'll bring them for the tree. They're so excited for Christmas without, well, you know, without the usual tension. Trevor. Kimberly's bringing her famous cheesecake. This is already shaping up to be the best Christmas we've had in years. They were celebrating. Actually celebrating my absence. Like it was a gift. The best present they could give themselves. I screenshot every message. Added them to the folder. Hundreds of screenshots now. Months of evidence. Proof. 2 days passed. I went to work. Finished designs. Met with clients. Went through the motions of normal life while my family planned Christmas without me. And then, on the third day, someone noticed. Mom, Linda. Wait, oh my God, Sarah's in this chat. Sarah is in this chat. Who added her? Who added her? I watched the messages come in rapid fire. Panic, chaos. Becca. What? How long has she been in here? Trevor. Mom, when did you add her? Mom, Linda. I didn't. It must have been an accident. Oh God, how much did she see? Becca, everything. She saw everything. Mom, what do we do? Trevor, delete the messages. Delete everything. Now, I watched them try. Messages disappeared, one by one. Weeks of planning, months of mockery, gone. But not really. Because I had screenshots. Every single message. Saved, backed up, documented. My phone rang. Mom. I let it ring. Voicemail. Sarah, honey, there's been a terrible mistake. Someone accidentally added you to a group chat, a private family chat, where we were just venting. You know how families are. We didn't mean any of it. Please call me back. We need to talk about this. She called again and again. 5 times in 10 minutes. I didn't answer. Just watched the group chat. Watched them panic. Mom. Linda, she's not answering. What if she's really upset? What if she makes a scene? Becca, she always makes scenes. That's what she does. Drama. Attention. We should have known better than to put anything in writing. Trevor, we need to do damage control. Call her. Explain. Make her understand it wasn't personal. Wasn't personal. They'd spent months mocking my life, planning holidays without me, calling me embarrassing, teaching my niece and nephew to avoid me. And it wasn't personal. My phone rang again. This time, I answered. Put it on speaker. Hit record on my voice memo app. Hello, Sarah. Oh, thank God. Honey, I'm so sorry. There was a terrible mistake. Someone added you to a group chat by accident. You weren't supposed to see those messages. They weren't. It's not what it looks like. What does it look like, Mom? Well, we were just venting. You know how families are. Sometimes we need to blow off steam. It doesn't mean anything. We love you. You know that. You love me. But you made a group chat called Family Without Sarah. You planned Christmas without inviting me. You mocked my apartment, my career, my life. You told Becca to prepare my niece and nephew to avoid me. But it doesn't mean anything, because you love me. Silence. Then, Sarah, you're taking this out of context. Those messages, they were private. You weren't supposed to see them. And now you're making this into something it's not. We were just frustrated. You missed Thanksgiving. You miss a lot of events. Can you blame us for being hurt? There it was. The flip. Suddenly, I was the one hurting them. I was the one causing problems. I was the one who needed to apologize. I'm not making this into anything, Mom. I'm just repeating what you said. What you all said. For months. In multiple group chats. With names like Turkey Without Sarah and No Sarah Drama. Those were your words, not mine. You're blowing this out of proportion. Families talk. Families vent. You're being overly sensitive. Again. Like always. This is exactly why she stopped. Caught herself. But I heard it. This is exactly why we exclude you. I have to go. Mom, Sarah, wait. We need to talk about Christmas. You're still coming, right? We want you there. This was all just a misunderstanding. I'll think about it. I hung up. Saved the recording. Added it to the folder. Jade was standing in the doorway. How do you feel? Lighter. She tried to gaslight me. Flip it. Make me the problem. But I stayed calm. I documented it. And I didn't let her rewrite the narrative. I'm proud of you. My phone buzzed. Text from Becca. Mom is really upset. She's crying. You saw private messages that were never meant for you. Yes, we said some things. But families talk. You're blowing this way out of proportion. You always do this. Make everything about you. Make yourself the victim. We were just being honest. If you can't handle honesty, that's on you, not us. I read it twice. The gaslighting was so blatant. So obvious. And yet, a year ago, even a month ago, I would have believed it. Would have apologized. Would have made myself smaller to keep the peace. Now I just screenshot it. Added it to the folder. And didn't respond. Another text. Trevor, Sarah. Stop being dramatic. Families vent. You're acting like we committed a crime. Grow up. Call Mom back. And apologize for making her feel bad. She didn't do anything wrong. This is ridiculous. Apologize. For seeing messages where they mocked me. For being hurt by their cruelty. For existing. I didn't respond to that either. Text from Dad. Sarah, I'm sorry you're hurt. I know some of those messages were harsh. But you have to understand you do miss a lot of family events. You skipped Thanksgiving. You're always busy with work. Can you really blame them for being frustrated? Maybe this is a chance to reflect on your priorities. Family should come first. Love, Dad. Even my father, the one who'd always been quietly kind, was blaming me, telling me to reflect on my priorities. Like the problem was me not showing up, not them deliberately excluding me. I didn't respond to him either. The silence was powerful. I'd spent 32 years responding, explaining, defending, apologizing, trying to make them understand, trying to make them see me. Now I was just quiet, and it was driving them crazy. My phone kept buzzing. More texts, more calls, more voicemails. Mom, Sarah, you're being incredibly immature. We're your family. You can't just ignore us. Becca, this is so typical. You create drama, and then disappear. We're all trying to reach you, and you're playing games. Trevor, answer your phone. This is childish. I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. Only calls from Jade and Connor would come through. Everyone else could leave messages. Messages I wouldn't listen to. That evening, there was a knock on the apartment door. Loud, insistent. Jade opened it. I heard my mother's voice. I need to see Sarah, right now. This has gone on long enough. Sarah's not available. Jade's voice was calm, firm. She'll reach out when she's ready. I'm her mother. She can't just ignore me. This is ridiculous. Let me in. No. Sarah set a boundary. She needs space, and you're going to respect that. Who do you think you are? This is between me and my daughter. You have no right. I'm her friend, her real family, and I'm protecting her from people who hurt her. You need to leave. I'm not leaving until I talk to her. Then I'm calling the police. Your choice. Silence. Then footsteps. Walking away, angry, but leaving. Jade closed the door, locked it, came to sit next to me on the couch. You okay? Yeah, thank you. For protecting me, for not letting her in. That's what real family does. We protect each other. We don't tear each other down and then demand forgiveness. My phone lit up. Voicemail from Mom. I didn't listen. Just saw the notification. 8 minutes long. Probably crying. Probably guilt-tripping. Probably making herself the victim. More voicemails. More texts. The family group chat. The original one. The one they'd always had me in was blowing up. Mom, Linda. Sarah is ignoring all of us. She's being incredibly hurtful. After everything we've done for her, I'm heartbroken. Becca. She's punishing us for being honest. She can't handle the truth. She never could. Trevor. This is what she does. Creates problems. Makes everything about her. I'm done trying. Dad, Dennis. Let's give her some space. She'll come around. Mom, Linda. Space. She's had space. She skipped Thanksgiving. She barely calls, and now she's ignoring us completely. This is unacceptable. They were spiraling, desperate, confused, because for the first time in my life, I wasn't responding, wasn't explaining, wasn't apologizing, wasn't making myself smaller. I was just silent. And they had no idea what to do with that. Connor came over later that night, brought pizza, sat with Jade and me while we watched a movie. Didn't talk about my family. Didn't ask what I was going to do. Just existed. Quietly. SUPPORTIVELY. At midnight, I made a decision. I blocked my mother's number, my sister's number, my brother's number. Temporarily. Just for a few days. I needed peace, needed space, needed to breathe without constant notifications. Constant guilt, constant demands. My dad's number I left on. He was the only one who'd been even slightly reasonable. Even though his text had still blamed me. The silence that followed was strange. No buzzing phone, no notifications, no voicemails, just quiet. I sat on my couch with Jade and Connor, eating pizza, watching a stupid comedy, laughing, and I realized something. This was the first time in years I'd felt at peace. Really at peace. Not anxious. Not guilty. Not waiting for the next criticism. The next demand. The next reminder that I wasn't enough. Just peace. How do you feel? Jade asked. Free. I feel free, and I did. For the first time in 32 years, I felt like I could breathe. Like I could exist without apologizing for it. Like I mattered. Not because my family said I did, but because I said I did. The silence wasn't punishment. It wasn't revenge. It was protection. It was peace. It was choosing myself. Finally, after a lifetime of choosing them, and it felt like coming home. Christmas was a week away. I'd kept my numbers blocked for 5 days. 5 days of peace. 5 days of breathing without guilt. 5 days of existing without constantly checking my phone for the next attack. But I couldn't avoid the decision forever. Was I going to Christmas, or was I finally going to do what I should have done years ago? I sat with Jade and Connor. Talked it through. What do you want to do? Jade asked. Not what they want. Not what you think you should do. What do you want? I don't want to go. I don't want to sit at their table and pretend everything's fine. Pretend I didn't see those messages. Pretend they didn't spend months mocking me and planning holidays without me. I don't want to be their scapegoat anymore. Then don't go, Connor said. You don't owe them your presence. You don't owe them anything. But they're my family. No, Jade said firmly. They're your relatives. Family doesn't treat you like that. Family doesn't mock you, exclude you, celebrate your absence. Those people are not your family, we are. She was right. I knew she was right, but saying it out loud, making it official felt terrifying. Final. I unblocked my mother's number, not to call her, to send one message, to the family group chat, the original one they'd always had me in. I typed carefully, calmly, no emotion, just facts. Sarah, I won't be attending Christmas this year. After seeing months of messages in the family without Sarah group chat where you mocked me, excluded me deliberately, and planned your real family Christmas, I've decided to respect your wishes. Have the family Christmas you wanted. Without me. Without the drama. Without the tension. I won't be there to ruin it. Merry Christmas. I hit send. Put my phone down. Hands shaking. Heart racing. But also, lighter. The response was immediate. My phone rang. Mom, I answered. Put it on speaker so Jade and Connor could hear. Hit record. SARAH. What is this? What are you doing? You can't not come to Christmas. You're destroying this family. No, Mom, I'm not destroying anything. I'm just not participating in my own exclusion anymore. Exclusion. We never excluded you. We wanted you there. We've always wanted you there. You made a group chat called Family Without Sarah. You planned Christmas without inviting me. You mocked my apartment, my career, my life. You told Becca to teach Emma and Jack to avoid me. You called me the weird aunt, the embarrassing one. Mom, I have screenshots, hundreds of them. Don't lie to me. Those were private conversations. You weren't supposed to see those. And now you're using them against us. That's manipulative, Sarah. That's cruel. I'm cruel. I'm the one who's cruel. You spent months planning holidays without me, and I'm the cruel one. You're taking everything out of context. We were venting. Families vent. But we still love you. We still want you at Christmas. If you don't come, you're choosing to destroy this family. This is on you, not us. There it was again. The flip. Suddenly I was destroying the family by not attending a Christmas they'd deliberately planned without me. Mom, I'm not destroying anything. I'm setting a boundary. I won't spend holidays with people who mock me behind my back, who exclude me and then blame me for not showing up, who make group chats celebrating my absence. That's not family, that's abuse. Abuse. You think we're abusive. After everything we've done for you. We raised you. We supported you. And this is how you repay us. By calling us abusers. You didn't support me. You criticized me. My entire life. Nothing I did was ever good enough. And now I have proof, in your own words, that you don't want me there. So I'm respecting that. I'm not coming. If you don't come to Christmas, you'll never see Emma and Jack again. Do you hear me? Never. I'll make sure of it. You'll lose your niece and nephew because of your selfishness. My chest tightened. Emma and Jack. My niece and nephew. The only family members I actually loved spending time with. And she was using them as weapons. That's your choice, Mom, not mine. If you want to use children as weapons to manipulate me, That says everything about you. Not me. I love Emma and Jack, but I won't be abused to maintain a relationship with them. That's not love. That's hostage-taking. You're being dramatic. As always. Everything is always so extreme with you. It's exhausting. Then stop. Stop calling. Stop texting. Stop trying to force me to participate in a family that doesn't want me. You planned Christmas without me. You got what you wanted. Enjoy it. I heard another voice. Becca. She'd been listening. Sarah, you are so selfish. This is so typical of you. Making everything about you. Mom's crying. She's devastated. And you don't even care. I care that she's been mocking me for months. I care that you've been teaching my niece and nephew to avoid me. I have recordings, Becca, of you saying Emma and Jack don't even ask about me anymore. That you're preparing them to see me as the weird aunt, the embarrassing one. You did that. Not me. Silence. She hadn't expected that. Hadn't expected me to have proof. Those were private conversations that I was accidentally added to, and I'm so glad I was, because now I finally see the truth. You don't want me there. You never did. And I'm done trying to force you to love me. Trevor's voice now. You know what, Sarah? Fine. Don't come. You're out of the will anyway. Mom and Dad were planning to tell you after Christmas. But since you're being so dramatic, I'll tell you now. You get nothing. Zero. They're leaving everything to Becca and me. The house, the savings, everything. Because you don't deserve it. You've never been there for them. I laughed. Actually laughed. Trevor, I don't want your money. I don't want the house. I don't want anything from you. I want peace. I want to be around people who actually like me, who don't mock me, who don't exclude me. And that's not you. So keep the money. Keep the house. Keep your perfect family Christmas. I'm choosing something better. You're choosing nothing. You'll be alone. No, I'm choosing people who see me, who value me, who love me as I am. That's not nothing. That's everything. I hung up, saved the recording, blocked my mother's number again, blocked Becca's, blocked Trevor's, this time permanently. My hands were shaking, but I wasn't crying, wasn't breaking down, just ... Finally done. That was amazing, Jade said. You stood up to them, with proof, with boundaries, and you didn't back down. They threatened to cut me off from Emma and Jack, to take me out of the will. Those are control tactics, ways to manipulate you into compliance. But Sarah, you don't need their money. And Emma and Jack, if Linda poisons them against you, that's on her, not you. You can't sacrifice yourself to maintain relationships with children you're not allowed to see anyway. She was right. I'd already lost Emma and Jack. Not because I'd set boundaries, because my family had decided I wasn't worth including. This just made it official. Connor put his arm around me. What do you want to do for Christmas? I want to spend it with people who actually want me there. With you, with Jade, with people who see me. Then that's what we'll do. Chosen family Christmas. Here, small, perfect. Christmas Day came. I woke up in my apartment. No guilt, no anxiety, no dread about facing my family. Just ... peace. Jade was already in the kitchen, making pancakes. Connor arrived at 10 with groceries. We spent the day cooking together, laughing, playing music. Dr. Ross even stopped by for an hour. Brought wine, told me she was proud of me. Boundaries are hard, she said, especially with family. But you did it. You chose yourself. That's incredibly brave. We ate dinner at my small table. 4 of us, chosen family. No criticism, no judgment, no walking on eggshells, just people who liked each other, who wanted to be there. I took a photo, all of us, smiling, happy, real. Posted it to Instagram, wrote a caption. This is family, not blood, not obligation, but people who see you, who love you as you are, who show up, who make you feel worthy just by existing. Merry Christmas to everyone who's found their real family. You're not alone, you're loved, and you deserve peace. The comments started immediately. Friends, clients, people I barely knew. This is beautiful. So proud of you. You deserve this. Real family chooses you back. And then, I saw it. A notification. My mother had commented, Linda Brennan. This is what my daughter chose. Strangers over family. Over her own mother. Over the people who raised her. I'm heartbroken. Merry Christmas to the family that actually matters. I deleted the comment. Blocked her on Instagram. Didn't need her poison in my space. In my peace. But I checked the family group chat. The one I was still in. The one where they'd planned Christmas without me. One last time. Just to see. Mom Linda. She posted a photo. With strangers. Calling them family. After everything we've done for her, I can't believe she chose this. Chose them over us. Becca. She's always been selfish. This proves it. Good riddance. Trevor. She regret this. When she's alone. When she has nobody. She come crawling back. And we won't be there. Dad Dennis. I just wish things were different. That was all he said. The only hint of sadness. But still no apology. No acknowledgement of what they'd done. Just, ... Wishing things were different. Without being willing to change. I typed one final message. My goodbye. Sarah. I saw your comments. About me choosing strangers. Choosing people who don't matter. But you're wrong. I didn't choose strangers. I chose people who actually love me. Who don't mock me. Who don't exclude me. Who don't make group chats celebrating my absence. I chose people who see me as worthy. As enough. As lovable. And I've never been happier. I'm leaving this group chat now. I'm blocking all of you. Not because I hate you. But because I love myself. And I finally understand that I deserve better than people who treat me like I'm a burden. Merry Christmas. And goodbye. I hit send. Then immediately left the group chat. Blocked the number. All of them. Every single one. They were gone. Out of my phone. Out of my life. Out of my head. I sat on my couch. Jade on one side. Connor on the other. Watching a Christmas movie. Eating cookies. Laughing at stupid jokes. And I felt it. Really felt it. For the first time in my life, I was home. Not in a place, but with people. People who chose me. Who saw me. Who loved me without conditions. Without criticism. Without making me feel like I had to earn it. This was family. Real family. And I'd finally found it. Not by being born into it. But by choosing it. And being chosen back. Six months after I blocked my family, my life looked completely different. I was sitting in Dr. Ross's office, weekly therapy, processing, healing, understanding patterns I'd lived with for 32 years without recognizing them. How are you feeling? She asked. Free. I know that sounds dramatic. But I feel free. Like I can breathe. Like I'm not constantly waiting for the next criticism. The next reminder that I'm not enough. I'm just ... existing. And it's enough. That's not dramatic. That's healing. You've removed yourself from an abusive dynamic. Given yourself space to discover who you are without their narrative. That's powerful. Sarah. My career was thriving. 3 new major clients in 6 months. A contract with a tech startup for their entire brand identity. The biggest project I'd ever landed. My confidence was growing. My portfolio expanding. And I wasn't apologizing for my success anymore. Wasn't minimizing it. Wasn't making myself smaller. I was proud. Actually proud. Of the work I was doing. The life I was building. The person I was becoming. Connor and I were officially dating. Had been for 4 months. It was different from any relationship I'd had before. Healthy. Equal. He saw me. Actually saw me. Not who he wanted me to be. Not who he needed me to be. Just me. And he loved that person. I'm thinking about asking you something, he said one night over dinner. But I want to make sure the timing's right. That you're ready. Ask me what. You'll know when I ask. Just be patient with me. I'm planning something. I smiled. Didn't push. Just enjoyed the moment. Being with someone who respected my boundaries. Who celebrated my growth. Who didn't need me to be anything other than myself. My boundaries with my family held. Most of them, anyway. I'd kept my dad's number unblocked. He texted occasionally, brief, civil. Hope you're doing well. Thinking of you, I responded briefly. Thanks. You too. Not warm. Not cold. Just ... neutral. He'd made his choice. To stay with my mother. To enable her behavior. To choose peace over protection. I couldn't change that. Could only control how I responded. Mother's Day came. A card arrived in the mail. My mother's handwriting. Sarah, I'll always be your mother. No matter how much you hate me. No matter how much you try to erase me from your life. I gave birth to you. I raised you. And someday, you'll understand. Someday, you'll regret this. Love, Mom. I read it once. Felt nothing. No guilt. No anger. Just ... nothing. Threw it away. Didn't respond. She wanted a reaction. Wanted to pull me back in. Wanted to make me feel guilty for choosing myself. I refused to give her that power. Father's Day. My phone rang. Dad, I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Sarah, hi. I wanted to call, to apologize, for not defending you, for not standing up to your mother, for all the times I should have protected you and didn't. I was scared. Scared of her anger. Scared of conflict. And I let you pay the price. I'm sorry. I sat with that. An apology. Real. Genuine. But also ... incomplete. Dad, I appreciate that. Really. But an apology without change means nothing. You're still with her. Still enabling her behavior. Still choosing to stay silent while she hurts people, including me. So I appreciate the apology. But I can't have a relationship with you while you're still participating in that dynamic. I understand. I just wanted you to know. I do love you. I always have. I know. But love isn't enough when it doesn't come with protection. With standing up. With choosing the person you claim to love over the person hurting them. I hope someday you understand that. We hung up. I didn't block him. Didn't cut him off completely. Just maintained distance. Low contact. Civil but boundaried. He'd made his choice. I'd made mine. Becca texted a month later. From a new number I hadn't blocked. Emma keeps asking about you. She misses you. She wants to see you. Can we set something up? For her sake. I stared at the message. The manipulation was so clear. Using Emma, my niece, the child I loved, to guilt me into contact. I responded, calmly, clearly. If Emma wants a relationship with me when she's older, when she can make her own choices, I'll be here, but I won't be manipulated through a child. If she's asking about me, it's because you've been talking about me. Probably not kindly. I love Emma, but I won't sacrifice my peace and boundaries to maintain a relationship I'm not allowed to have on my own terms. Don't contact me again. I blocked the new number. Becca could tell Emma whatever she wanted. That Aunt Sarah was mean, selfish, dramatic, whatever narrative fit her story. But I wouldn't participate. Wouldn't let them use a child as a weapon. Trevor never reached out. Not once. And I was fine with that. Relieved, actually. He'd made his position clear. I was out of the will. Out of the family. Out of his life. And I was grateful. No contact was easier than low contact. No manipulation was better than constant manipulation. 1 year after I'd blocked my family, I was invited to speak at a support group. Adult children of toxic families, scapegoats, people who'd been blamed, criticized, excluded, made to feel like they were the problem their entire lives. I stood in front of 30 people, told my story, the group chat, the messages, the exclusion, the gaslighting, the choice to walk away, the year of healing that followed. I spent 32 years believing I was the problem, I said. That if I just tried harder, loved more, showed up better, they'd finally see me, finally accept me, finally love me. But that's not how it works. Because it was never about me. It was about them. Their need for a scapegoat. Their need for someone to blame. Someone to make them feel superior. And I couldn't change that. No matter what I did. So I stopped trying. I set boundaries. I chose myself, and I lost my family. Or I lost people who called themselves family but never acted like it. And I found something better. People who choose me, who see me, who love me without conditions. That's real family, not blood, not obligation, but choice. People cried, shared their own stories, thanked me for speaking, for giving them permission to choose themselves, to set boundaries, to walk away from people who hurt them. Even when those people were family. After the workshop, Connor was waiting outside. Jade beside him, both smiling. "You were amazing," Jade said. "So brave, so honest. You're helping people, Sarah. Really helping them." Connor took my hand. "Can we go somewhere? Just the three of us? I have something I want to do." We drove to a park, small, quiet, our favorite spot, where we'd had picnics, walked, talked for hours. He turned to me, got down on one knee. Jade started crying before he even spoke. "Sarah, this year I've watched you transform. I've watched you choose yourself, set boundaries, build a life you're proud of, and I've fallen more in love with you every single day. Not because you're perfect, but because you're real, because you're brave, because you're you. Will you marry me?" I said yes, obviously, through tears, through laughter, through the overwhelming feeling of being chosen, really chosen, by someone who saw all of me. The messy parts, the healing parts, the strong parts, and loved all of it. We started planning the wedding. Small, intimate, just chosen. Family, Jade, Dr. Ross, friends, colleagues, people who'd shown up, who'd supported me, who'd celebrated me. No blood relatives, no invitations to my parents, my siblings, no hoping they'd change, no giving them one more chance. Just people who'd earned their place, who'd chosen me, who I'd chosen back. My mother sent another card. "I heard you're getting married. I'm not invited. That says everything about who you are. Selfish, ungrateful. I hope you're happy with your choice." I was happier than I'd ever been, because my choice was me, my peace, my life, on my terms. I started journaling, processing, documenting the transformation. 1 year ago, I'd been desperate for my family's approval, willing to accept crumbs, willing to be the scapegoat, willing to sacrifice myself to maintain relationships with people who didn't value me. Now, I was engaged, thriving, surrounded by people who loved me, working a career I was proud of, living a life that felt like mine, not performing for anyone, not apologizing for existing, just living. I updated my Instagram bio. Chosen family, chosen peace, chosen myself. The comments started immediately. Not just from friends, but from strangers. People who'd seen my Christmas post, my workshop, my story. This inspired me to cut off my toxic mother. I needed to see this. I'm not alone. Thank you for showing me it's okay to choose myself. I've been the scapegoat my whole life. Your story gave me hope. Hundreds of comments. Thousands people sharing their own stories, their own pain, their own healing, finding each other, supporting each other. If this story resonates with you, if you've been the scapegoat, the black sheep, the one your family planned holidays with I want you to know something. You're not the problem. You never were. The problem is a family system that needs someone to blame, someone to diminish, someone to exclude so they can feel superior, and you don't have to participate in that. You don't have to keep showing up to prove you're worthy. You don't have to earn love from people who've decided you're not worth giving it to. You can choose yourself. Set boundaries. Walk away. Build a life with people who actually see you, who celebrate you, who choose you back. It's not selfish. It's survival. It's healing. It's choosing to stop participating in your own abuse. Family isn't blood. Family isn't obligation. Family is people who show up, who love you, who see you, not despite who you are, but because of who you are. I found my family, not by being born into it, but by choosing it, and letting them choose me. You can too. You deserve people who see your worth, who celebrate your existence, who make you feel like you're enough, just as you are. If your family doesn't do that, if they exclude you, mock you, make you feel like you're the problem, you're allowed to walk away. You're allowed to choose peace. You're allowed to build a life without them, and you're allowed to be happy about it. I am happier than I ever thought possible, not because I cut off my family, but because I chose myself. Finally, after 32 years of choosing them. That's not loss. That's freedom, and freedom feels like coming home. Share your story. If you've been the scapegoat, if you've walked away, if you've chosen yourself, comment below. Let's build a community of people who understand, who support, who know that sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is choose your own peace. You're not alone. You're not selfish. You're not the problem. You're worthy. You're enough. You're loved by people who choose you, and by yourself. Finally, that's everything.